Okay, good morning, folks. Sorry I'm a bit late. I've had a little bit of a drama this morning. So I've just been running around patching myself up. I was loading the dishwasher and I slipped, landed on the dishwasher, hit me head, and cut myself on the top of my head. Not bad, it's about half an inch. But I've just put some steroid strips in, so I've just had to mop up the blood. But I'm alright, it was only a bang. So I did pop in earlier, but then nipped downstairs just to quickly load the dishwasher. Let me just have a look. So I hope everyone's well. It is Friday the 29th, last couple of days of the month. So what are we doing here? It's just a bit choppy at the moment. Let me have a quick look. So I hope everyone's all right. Hey, lad. Let's have a look. What are we doing here? Trading as much. Yeah, it certainly is. We've just run out of kitchen towels, or paper kitchen towels. When you load the dishwasher, sometimes you get bits of water on there. We've just run out of kitchen towels, so my wife's just doesn't work Friday out nipping just to buy some. And I'm loading the dishwasher. And I just took a step to put a tray in a cupboard and just slipped. I landed on the dishwasher door, so that's all bent and buckled. So I think that's knackered. And I hit my head on something, I don't know what, and I've got it's not a massive cut, like it's about half an inch. Not very deep, but I've just put some of them steroid strips. Sometimes your head bleeds a lot, doesn't it? So there we go. So what is going on today? Let's have a wee look. We've pushed up. Touch. We've had a break new high. We seem to be coming down. So we got news. We have got some news at 3 o'clock UK time. So market's moving quite quick, but it is quite choppy actually. Let's just get something on here. I think it is. What time is it? 1500 hours. Let's have a look. There we go. Excellent. That tends to remind me. Well, it's supposed to. It doesn't always. So, touch. Does look like a two-tier channel. That pushed down in the bottom tier, pushed up. We bounced there, bounced there. There is a lower high there, but the trouble is there's a bit of resistance there. So we've touched the bottom of this channel here, but we're coming away here. So I'm a bit. It's finished naff anyway, so I'm just a bit wary about going short there because it has come away from the. Probably even touch that one in all fairness. Let's have a look. We take that down a stretch. Yeah, touch. Coming away a bit here, which is telling me we may get a bit of a breakout. There is a second entry short there. I'm just a bit unsure about taking that. I think that may trap. It may push up. I don't know. It is working down, but that for me is just a little bit risky. It clearly worked for a couple of points, or did it? Maybe not. That's just got a little bit of risk on it for me. It's just really volatile at the moment, so you'd have got a point there, I think. Maybe a bit more, but market is pouncing around a bit, isn't it? So I'm just going to keep an eye on this rather than get into it. Evening all, Lance. You're on the 1000 again. For some reason, it's opening up on the 1000. I don't quite know why, unless I saved it on the 1000. Okay, let me just have a look. Still hasn't gone over. Why is it not going over? Okay. It's all right. I was messing around with them last night with the 4000, the 1000, the 10,000, the 2000. Yeah, that makes sense. So what I'll do is I'll just reload my historic. I thought it was moving quite quick for the 1000. The bars seem to be flying through. So, so what are you doing, buddy? Indy, how are you? I don't think Lance loves us. Of course I love you, mate. Of course I do. Speedy, how you doing, bud? FZen, good morning. Chris, how are you? RMTC23. That sounds like a cool name. Have we spoke before? I'm not sure. Does that ring a bell? Not sure. Okay, that should calm things down a fraction. Let's have a look. Where's all my drawings? They should still stay there. What's going on? Okay, so that to me looks like it touches there and there. Maybe a bit of an overshoot. I'm not so sure. Let's stick that in. So we've had a push up new high. So it was fitting there, which I still kind of like. Is it? Okay, let's just remove what I put in there. Right. That's better. That's calmed it down a bit. Now, let's do something with this. In fact, let's get rid of it for the minute. I need to know what's going on here. Okay, so we pushed up. We've had a break. A few pushes up to a new high. Now we seem to be working sideways, but slightly on a downward trajectory. Hey, Kev, how you doing, buddy? So, yeah, it's quite choppy at the moment. Market has just opened. Sometimes it's quite quiet, but this morning it just seems to be really bouncing up and down. So, yeah, news is in about 11 minutes. I'm not sure whether this is more sideways or down. Let me just have a look at this. Yeah, it's more down, really, in all fairness. My screen seems dull today. My screen seems really dull. Whether it's that bang on the head I had, that might be it. Okay, so we do seem to be... We can adjust that a fraction, I think. Yeah, got to be careful of that one. It is maybe a bit sideways, down a bit sideways. So it's a bit sideways, but there is a slight decline to it. Let's see how we got on. I was up bright and early this morning. I was at the gym at about 6:15 this morning, which is very, very unlike me, to be fair. I did some chest and arms, had a good old workout this morning, so I feel pretty positive today. I haven't filled my little trading plan in. Let's do it now. While it's a bit volatile. Okay, 29th. 29th of the 9th for there. Yeah. 23. Okay. Excellent. Okay, trading plan filled in for the day. Max 2 losses, 2 wins. I can pack in for the day. Follow the rules. This is not fun, it's a business. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it is a bit choppy in all fairness, but it is slowly working down. But it is a bit risky. There is a lower high there, but it's still choppy, so it could trigger you and push up. It's a bit hard. Let's have a look, see what happens. Where are we? News is in 8 minutes. Where's my news thing gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, there is a lower high there. It's finished a doji, but I'm not taking this at the moment because it is quite sort of choppy looking. And when it is like this, it gets a bit trappy as well. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. It's just coming down a bit, but it's more going sideways. Leg up, possibly coming down. That news is in about just over 5 minutes. So, much better leaving this. Okay, leg. That's a break out of here. So, I'm obviously not getting involved in anything at the moment anyway. Yeah, it's hard to know what's going on at the moment. I don't think there's a bigger channel there. Let me have a look on the bigger time frame. We may work up to these highs actually. If I look at the 10,000 tick chart here, there could be a bigger channel there. Just going to drag this in quickly. Hold on a sec. Just make that a bit bigger. We don't want that there. Okay, let's just drag in this 10,000 tick chart. There is a possibility that could be a bigger channel with a break and a new high. We may get up and make a new high here. I don't know. It's hard to say whether it is or not, in all fairness. Could just be that. But there is a possibility that it could be something like that. And we're going to work on higher. I don't know whether it'll work or not. I'll have to see. Okay, news is in about 2.5 minutes. So let's not get into anything. Yeah, it could be a channel, that. It's possible. Touch. I don't know whether it is or not. We've had a break and a push up to a new high. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here in all fairness. Oh. What went on there? Okay, news. What is it? Core PCI. Okay, it doesn't seem to be making a massive difference to the price there. Let's have a look. Just check there's nothing else. Oh no, tell a lie. It's just revised. I don't know what that is. Consumer sentiment. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot anyway. You'd never guess there was news. So what are we doing here? So this could be just a couple of legs back. Leg maybe to there. Does look like there's a couple of legs and then a break. So I don't think there's anything larger there. Not there. It's possible. It's a bit far-fetched at the moment, that, but it is a bit too early. So let's see what happens when we get up to these highs, whether we end up ranging or what. But to be honest with you, if I look back at the last today, yesterday, and the day before on the 10,000 tick chart, sorry, the 4,000 tick chart, that's it there. I'll get it there. It does look like there's the last 3 days there. Maybe from a spike, touch, and the tops. It just looks like we're in the middle of one big channel at the moment, but we're coming close to the top of it up here. It does look pretty good, that. Touch. So that's a possibility. Which means probably up here somewhere. Let's see where overnight highs now. Yeah, we are. See, where do you call the overnight highs? Here, I suppose, don't you? Here's obviously your lows, your overnight high. Depends, see. So this is about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning for me, so you can't pick a spot here. It's got to be something like this, really, isn't it? It did sort of come down and sort of bounce around there. 6 in California, yeah. It's 3:05 in the afternoon here in the UK, so our clocks go forward at the end of this, well, the end of October as well. I think yours go on the 5th, yours go a week, because I remember, was it early part of year? I turned up about an hour late, I think. I didn't realise your clocks. I didn't realise your clocks changed. I thought it was just in the UK, in all fairness, because I'm pretty sure it stems back to something like 1919. I think the Germans initially, during the First World War, put their clocks back or forward. I can't remember where they started. Something to do with saving energy or something. I don't quite know, but I wasn't aware you guys did it up until last year or early part of the year. Yeah, it's hard to know what's going on here, whether there is any type of a bigger channel. It's a bit early, really, to have anything like a channel. Yeah, it's possible. It's just too early to start putting stuff like that. Okay, so we've got a leg up and a break. Now, we have had a channel down here with the break. So we may come down and make a new low. We may just retest these highs. So I'm a bit unsure what to do here. So we've got a channel down. We've had to push one break up. So yes, if you look on the 10,000 tick chart, we've had this channel up with the break. So I'd expect to make a new high rather than make a new low for this. So I would say I think that's more likely to push up. Now there is there's actually a failure there. Try to go once. There's actually a failure that's triggered. Let's keep an eye on this. I don't think there's any type of a range there. It's possible, but we've only really touched once down here, so lower high, yeah, I'm a bit unsure after this, see, because it does look like push up, break, leg up, sideways, another leg up. It's hard to know, really. I'm just a bit unsure, so we could get something like that. But how this has come down tells me maybe we're just going a bit of sideways after we've pushed up, and although we have had a couple of channels within him, but it's certainly possible. I'd like to, before I call that a range, I'd like to see it bounce off the bottom here. I hate that. There we go. If we can bounce here and then push up, then we may go a bit sideways there, but it's a bit unclear at the moment, in all fairness. Prices are going up, prices are going down, yeah, but P will give you an entry. Welcome to trading, yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble, see, market hasn't long, well, officially. Obviously it opened last night, yesterday, but it's still a bit early to work out exactly what's going on. We've obviously had a channel up there, we've had a break, and we've had a new high. So there is a bit of a channel there. It's not fantastic, but it's certainly working downish. It's better at the bottoms, really, with the break. So it may be sideways. I don't really know at the moment. We may not get back to here before we push up. But it's hard to tell exactly what's going on at the moment. Yeah, touch. I'm not a massive fan of that. If we push up to it and then come back, then maybe. But trouble is, it's really sort of guesswork at the moment. But it obviously helps if you know which direction to trade. And I'm not so sure at the moment. So it's one of those. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes we know it's predictable and it's you know where you're trading, long, short, whatever. But at the moment, it's just a bit I don't know, a bit up in the air, really, isn't it? I'm not saying take it, but that's what is happening. The key I need to work on seeing where the market is heading. Financial state, yeah, it's in my opinion, it's clearly a little bit choppy at the moment, so it's not very clear where it's heading. We have made a new high there after this break. We have tried to come back up and we didn't quite get there. And there's an overshoot, so we may push up. So there may end up being maybe something like this. It sort of touches there, touch, maybe, but I want to see a little bit more price action before I start thinking about that. I just don't like that, really. But if we do manage to get up, there is a bit of an overshoot there, so maybe this will lead us in a direction. But at the moment, it's not very clear, is it? So that's what you call your overnight high, is it? So you call your overnight high at the Fishel Open, do you? I can't think. Can't think what's it does. What Penguin calls them. Usually when he starts, because when he starts, well, I suppose he would do, wouldn't he? There's your overnight highs, there's your overnight lows, so maybe. Yeah, I think he does when he starts trading, doesn't he? Usually go, there's your overnight highs. I just had a feeling they were down here. So I suppose anything leading up into the Open. So obviously that's a little bit more straightforward, isn't it? So we have come up and tried to retest it before we dropped. Yeah. We have been up there once, so there is a bit of an overshoot there. So, and there's a higher low there, but the trouble is it's right in the middle of this, and it is pretty. It's a bit choppy and it's a bit unclear. So I think going along there, it might work, or it does seem to have gone up twice. So it may trap that that bull bar there, and it has triggered. And obviously, if we are ranging, we haven't. There's obviously a possibility we're going to come down. So it'll be interesting to see if that gets stopped out. There's obviously an overshoot. You'd probably expect it to go in that direction, but not necessarily. I'd say it's almost definitely going to get stopped out that. Unless it turns quickly, it may do. So we've had this overshoot. People might think, oh yeah, there we go, higher low, let's go. Trap some possible shorts, but I don't think it's going to work. There you go. Yeah, see, if you've had that overshoot thinking, oh, we're pushing up, there's a higher low, nice big bullish bar, a couple of ticks and we'll take out possible shorts there. And interesting to see what happens now. If this does bounce here, then I'm starting to think, okay, so we're ranging at the moment. We've only really been here once, although where it's bounced, you could certainly say there may be some interest there. Let's have a look. Maybe. Leg, break, leg. So we've pushed up, we had a break and made a new high. So it does look like on a bigger picture we've had a leg and a leg. So I wouldn't be shocked if this does drop out at the bottom a fraction. Or there is sort of there is a possibility that that actually sits kind of nice there. Fits there, nice, fits there. So let's see if this does come back and go lower, then I'll drag it back. But it's obviously a little bit of buy-in from there as soon as it's touched there. So when it did that before here, it did continue on up. So it's I don't know what it's doing at the moment. It has triggered there, so let's see if that comes down or pushes up. So yeah, in some cases, say that about overshoot and goes in a lot of direction. A lot of times we'll get an overshoot, it'll push up, it will come down and bounce and then move up. So sometimes we get an overshoot, it'll just move in that direction. Other times it does push up and then comes back down and bounces. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here, whether this does then maybe now just a bit of a pullback and then continue on up. But it's just not very clear at the moment. Excuse me. If we get a higher low here. Well, there may be a bigger channel there. Yeah, I did say I wouldn't be shocked if it does break out of here a little bit. So we've had that channel up. Let's have a look. We've had that channel up. We've had a break new high. One leg down, two legs down. And then we may push higher. Who knows? If you look at the 10,000 tick chart, that's saying to push high. We've had a big channel come up here, leg, and now some more. So if we can get a nice bounce off here, then I'm not convinced that is a bigger channel, in all fairness. Usually Mac will go off those first couple of swings and he won't move it whatever happens. So I think it's fair. That's probably right. So I think that is an overshoot and about. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm just still a bit on the fence here. Yeah, there's definitely two separate channels there for sure. If you look on the 10,000 tick chart, you can see it channel. That's a lot more clearer there. So yeah, leg, channel. Sorry, leg rather. My apologies. Yeah, it's going to take us down here. I may have been interested in that if it was a high or low. It's clearly reacting. Okay, excuse me, just for 1 minute, I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. Well, okay, let's see if we, excuse me, get down to this measured move. Actually, maybe now this is opening up. Let's have a look. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad actually. Let's give it some colour. Yeah, leg and a leg. That measured move will take us down to... That's about right, isn't it? A little bit further. Okay, so that's it, that measured move. I did say that I think it's quite possible we get a break out the bottom. Okay, so now what's going to happen? I was literally typing bigger channel tower, was you really? Yeah, I just had to see initially. If I look on the 10,000, initially it looked like a leg and a separate leg, but then we've come back up a bit and up a bit again, and we're continuing down. So now that's the good thing about having a slightly bigger time frame. Obviously, I can see where it's sort of merged from one leg to another. That one, yeah, I'd have said 2 legs, but when it's come back up, come down a bit lower, come back up, come down a bit lower, then. So that does look like an overshoot. So are we going to now come back up and retest this? It's possible. Now what we got this way, so there is a bit of support and that around here. Somewhere around about there. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe. Not a huge amount. Let me have a look. Right. I'm not overly convinced. Let's see what goes. That is an overshoot anyway, so... Yeah, see, you couldn't guess this if you wanted to, could you? I thought we'd hit that measured leg, but then I thought we may at least try and retest this, but just kept on going. There's definitely some support there. So we may get a bit of a bounce here. Do a measured move from the range, you would be... If you do a measured move from the range, that would be a target. Measured move from the range. You're on about the top of the range to the bottom of the range. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we're going to bounce up from here. You're about from there or where we've topped out? So it depends. I like that. It touches there, touches there, touches there, touches there a few times. So you're on about there, are you? Okay, so basically, if you click the range and go to properties, you can click measured move. Can't see that last word. Mac does it a lot. Again, if you click the range and go to, okay, so, right, I got you. Okay, and go to measured moves. That one there, click that one. Okay, I got you. It stuck that down there. Yeah, I was more or less right anyway. Let's have a look. Is that all I needed? Yeah. We've got to get through this first, so there is a bit of resistance there, so it'd be nice to bounce off here. Let me get rid of that a minute. Let's tidy things up a bit. So there's an overshoot there. I'm quite happy that's an overshoot, so it'd be interesting to see. We've actually come back and bounced off it, so perhaps that's not going to make a damn bit of difference. It's not like it's just continuing down. Yeah, it's a bit hard to know what's going on today, isn't it? I think it is just going sideways. Whether it'll bounce off here, whether this will come down to hit. Oh, shit. Where was that? About there, was it? Whether that'll. Oh well, let me do. I'll say whether that'll come down to there or not. It's hard to say at the moment. Where did I have it? About there, wasn't it? Let's keep it there for now. Okay, let's have a look. So we got leg down, we got a break. One attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher, then I can see it coming down. Interesting. Possibly a second and short. Trouble is, when you get an overshoot, it can shoot off in that direction, so it might shoot off and just come back. A bit unsure what to do here. As Artie says, there's a target down there. We've got to get through this. It's hit that 3 times and pushed up strongly after that overshoot, so it's hard to say. Got a leg down, channel down, had an overshoot, pushed up strongly, come back down, retested. So maybe we're going, I don't know whether we're going up or down at the moment, I'm a bit unsure. If we can get a push up, maybe a higher low. It is a possible second entry short. No, it's not very consistent, is it? There is a possibility this could be acting as another bottom. Let me just drag that down a bit to there, see? Well, let's bring it down to there. Yeah, that doesn't actually look that bad. Government shutdown there. That actually doesn't look that bad, I don't think. Maybe it's something like that. Okay, we've had a triple test there. We've had it 3 times in that place. And that sort of looks as good as any. If we can get a higher low here. Can bounce down here. It's a bit early to put that. Okay, so That's with an overshoot, mate. 2 attempts to go higher. How you doing, Clay? How are you, bud? Okay. Maybe there is a bit of a channel working up there. It's still a bit early, I think. Hello, Sania. How are you, mate? How are you doing? How's your Friday so far? How many millions have you made this morning? Remind me where you are again, Sania. Remind me where you are in the world. I've got a feeling you're UK, aren't you? I can't think. Don't force anything. No, I'm not at the moment. I'm still a bit unsure what's going on, whether we've bounced off here and we're going to push up eventually. There is a possibility of a channel. But then we've got a channel down with an overshoot, 2 attempts to go higher. You know, whether that would be Penguin would be thinking coming down. So I don't know. May touch 4364. That's up here. 4364. There we go. Yeah, there is a bar there, but I don't like where it is, and it's not really a second entry, maybe. Then down to 3458 here. Move. 58. Yeah, it's hard to do. See, there's a lower high there, but I just don't really want to be going short there. Not after that overshoot and a couple of pushes up. Perhaps it is 2 pushes up, failure, comes back down, but yeah, 1 minute it's looking bullish, next minute it's looking bearish. Okay, so that lower high is triggered, but in all fairness, it's what's it here anyway. Okay, that's maybe a little bit better. There's a second entry long there, but same again, it's congested. No. Oh, shoot.
Order filled.
I like that. Oh, it hasn't triggered. You prat. There is a higher low there. It hasn't triggered. You wally. It is a second entry long off here. I just like it off the I like it how it's formed right on the EMA facing upwards like that. I wasn't thinking what I was doing there. See what happens. Excuse me a sec. Sorry about that. Daughter's just walked in. Yeah, it was a bit premature there. It's going a bit sideways, isn't it? Think about what you're doing, Lance. One leg up, two legs. If we can get above here, I think we're okay. If it continues any more sideways, I'll try and get out of it. But yeah, it's going to take me out, that is, I think. Not focusing what I'm doing. You're right. I just moved it. You just moved what? What was I right about? I'm just going to give that one extra tick. Sometimes it saves your bacon. Sometimes it'll tick you out and then push up. It is a second entry long, but I should have waited for it. I had the overnight highs at 60. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, overnight highs at 60. So you're about here, then yeah, that
Stop, Phil.
took me anyway. Let's have a look. Yes, it's hard for me in the UK. See, the UK, that's like 10. It's 11 o'clock in the UK. That is. So, oh well, okay. First balls up of the day. Let's think about what I'm doing, Lancey boy. I should have waited for it to. I'm so. Let's think about what I'm doing. Overnight highs 43.70. See, I don't know. Sure, I don't know. So if it's up here anyway, it's down here. I don't know. But if it is here, then it is bouncing off it there. So maybe we are going to get some continuation down. There is a failure there. Maybe we. Yeah, it's just congested, isn't it? It has broken out there, that failure. You done, bud? Yeah, you have a good weekend as well too, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so I had it going in that direction, unfortunately. I don't know why I bought instead of putting an order there. If I'd have left it there, see, it wouldn't have triggered. Okay, so leg side was leg. I'll be finishing a bit early today. I've got a let me find it. Why most traders fail. So a webinar. I mentioned it the other day with Anton Creel's guys. I can find it. 5 o'clock UK time, which is an hour and a quarter. Find it now. I've got it somewhere. Okay, so there is a possibility of a channel up. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, let's have a look. I've just looked at one of Penguin's. He's got the overnight highs set at here. No, tell a lie. Slightly lower. Slightly lower. There. He's got his overnight high set there. And obviously lows way down here, so hold your horses. Hold on. Maybe not. Why does this channel look so different than me? Oh, right, okay, he's got it here. Yeah, so perhaps he may move that up to there. I think that's probably... we'll leave it there anyway. That's more or less where I'd see the top anyway, so... Okay, see if we can get something around here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
May touch 4364. You've got that right. Okay, so there's an overshoot there by the looks of things. Does look like a leg and a leg there. It was just quite far away from the bottom here, which is starting to touch, which is why I never got into that. We're still in. It wasn't an overshoot. Still fits in there nice. Yeah, it's very choppy, isn't it? Down to 43.58, which we're at, yeah. I've just noticed I've got a couple of emails for you, Sanya. I've just opened them up quickly and have a look at them later, bud, for sure. Okay, a couple of legs up there. Leg. 2 legs of correction and another leg. What are we doing? What are we doing? $43.64. Thanks, Kev. You have a good weekend, mate. Yeah, I'll be finishing in about 40 minutes, something like that. I've got this thing coming up at 5, this webinar at 5. So I'll be only doing about another 40 minutes, maybe something like that. 30, 40 minutes. Okay, so we've had a break of this, that's for certain. No, I'm not doing it. I've got a ticket for one. For the company that Anton Creel, it's why it was 5 things that inexperienced traders or retail traders lose money. It's just supposed to help you, help you sort of make better decisions. Excuse me a sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just, no, I'm not doing it. It's just take position only on strong support. Yeah, there is some support along there, actually, in all fairness. Yeah, there is some support there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we need a new low after this. Okay, we've had a break at this. One attempt at lows. Interested to see what happens there. I'm surprised if that doesn't get stopped out. I wonder if we're going to get a leg and a leg and come down to these lows. It did. Let's get rid of that. Leg. Leg. As we've done that, I'll be surprised if we don't come down and retest these lows with a leg and a leg. Oh. The webinar is at 5 Eastern time here. Is it? We're all about the same one. I assume it was 5 UK time. Because he's UK. I think it's the same one. Let me have a look. I'll check the emails. I've got to find my emails there. I think I archived it. Oh, okay. There it is. 5 reasons why retail traders lose money. Live webinar. Oh, it is Eastern time. Yeah, Friday, the September 29th, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so that's 5 hours. It's going to be about 10 o'clock UK time tonight. Okay, there we go. It's a good job. I'd have been sat there at 5 o'clock wondering what the hell was going on. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay, so yeah. I suppose most of their audience will be from the US. Obviously, it's a lot bigger place than the UK. The UK's piddly small compared to that. So we've got a channel down here, overshoot, couple of legs up, and then 2 legs down. So if we can bounce off here, let's have a look. What's the bigger picture tell us? Let's go up to the 10,000 tick chart. Okay, so we've got a leg up. We haven't made a new low, so we've got down 1, 2. So yeah, so yeah, it is Eastern time. Yeah, so it's 10 o'clock tonight. That's fine. That's fine. I'd rather do it later in the evening anyway, to be fair. Leg. Does look like 2 legs down. It's the third time we've hit this. I'll be a bit unsure about going long here after this push down and a push up. We haven't got nowhere near up there, so. Patience, sitting and waiting, I'm afraid. But we have had this leg down and a break and a new low. But that's, yeah, we've got this channel down there. A bit of an overshoot. Generally, overshoots work in the opposite direction. We had a few touches there and then it pushed up. And we had 1 leg up, 2 legs up, and then it just dropped out the bottom. A couple of more, a few more chances to get. That wasn't a bad trade, I don't think, going short there, but a few attempts to go higher, maybe put your order below there or something, but that worked down for 4, 5, 6 points, whatever. But what are we doing now? Are we coming down any further? There is some support around here, so there's a double bottom there. That might not be a bad call. Just up into the why isn't that working?
Order submitted.
Let's just see if we can get maybe a higher low off here. It is a double bottom. Trouble is, my concern is, well, for me, we're bouncing off this bottom. We're ranging at the moment, so generally I'd expect to push off the bottoms and drop from the top. So I'm just putting it here just to see if we can get a higher low or a failure maybe above the EMA, but we have had a double bottom there. A double bottom there, continued up. We came down and had something similar and pushed up. Same there, we hit 3 times and pushed up. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I'm not necessarily trading, sorry. But I think it's likely we're going to hit the EMA. There's certainly a couple of points there, I think. If it does push up, there's a couple of points there. Might probably go a bit lower than that. Let's have a look. I can highlight this. I just like the way it's set up. We've had a double bottom. Let's put that about there. So there's 2 points there. Would that give us 2 points? Get up, get up, get up. Yeah, a couple of points there. I thought there might be. I like the double bottoms. We've had this channel down here. Clearly a break. We've made a measured leg. It looks like a measured leg anyway, or it's close enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's close enough. Leg and a leg. Double bottom. Quite a bullish bar. I'd expect to get back to the EMA there. There's enough room for a couple of points. There's clearly some resistance there. Let's have a look. Yeah. Fits perfectly there. Touches bunch. In fact, I could probably go a bit lower. Yeah, it fits perfectly there. Fits nice there. I'd expect that to get to the EMA. It sits lovely on there. Did I get rid of that? Oh no, I didn't. Let's
Order cancelled.
I'm not saying we're going to continue up, but I'd expect to get back to the EMA. Leg. Yeah, it does look like it's losing momentum to the upside. In fact, that actually wasn't a bad trade, I don't think, because it was sort of like push down and a triple test, really, wasn't it? We've gone up 1, 2, 3 times. Nice big bearish bar. I think that was an okay trade, actually, for a leg down. We haven't got nowhere near high enough up here. But that, to me, it kind of looks nice trade. Push down. We've gone up once, twice, 3 times. Hit that EMA all bar a tick. Lovely big bearish bar. I think that was okay for 2 points. That. Yeah, it went down for plenty, even if you'd have got out just at 2 points. I like that. Push down. I've got to keep an eye out for that. My only slight concern is we've got this channel, we have a break. Just on, I'm not saying it's going to push higher, but obviously a lot of times you'd expect a new high, which is why I tend to just be a little bit cautious. But we'd had 3 pushes up and a nice big bearish bar, finished about as bearish as you can get. So that was okay, actually. And that double bottom there, off this bottom, fits really nice there. I'd accept. I'm not sure whether it is going to go up because we are losing momentum. We're getting lower tops there. Doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to push up. We may do, but I think that was okay for a channel break. Leg and a leg, double bottom, nice big bullish bar. Sitting just where it should be, really, in an ideal place. But I'm not sure whether I want to go long here at the moment. This move at least needs to go up to 43.58. That's here, isn't it? Yeah, which is this bit here, isn't it? There's no setup there for us. Push up, get a higher low here, then a couple of points there, but we got a leg up. If we can get above this, then we may hit this. There's no setup for us Pat's lads, unfortunately. But it does look like we're losing momentum. So yeah, a push up to here, leg up, retest this, can't get up anymore, then the bottom will fall out of it. I can see something like that. It's definitely losing momentum. If you look at it on the 10,000 tick chart, you can see it, can't you? We had that leg up. Trying to go higher there, a little bit less there. It is losing momentum. So I'd forget all this, whether it's like this or not, I don't know. But we did have a... Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the area where Sally mentioned. In fact, is that the right place? 58, he said, didn't he? Oh, shoot. Get off. That's about... That is about 58, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So exactly where he said, bum. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of room for anything there for us. Even if you'd have took it maybe 1 tick above there, you'd have got a point. That's not to say it's not going to go higher. It's done, yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'd have wanted to get out after 2 points. with that double bottom, I'd have wanted to get out of the EMA, so I wouldn't have sat it for any more. Because to me, it does look like it's losing momentum. That doesn't mean it can't rocket up. You just never know when it's like this. It is quite choppy. There's lots of areas where it's choppy. All this section around here, all this section here. It's really choppy. It's not the clearest day. But it could be like a bull flag push up. It could go like this for a bit, and then we could get another leg up further. If you look at the 10,000 tick chart over the last 3 days, we're in an uptrend, so it could get down to maybe here, 50, which would be the bottom of the channel over the last 3 days on the 10,000 tick chart. So it could. We could have something like that. It's possible. Maybe. Leg up, bum. Another retest, and then off we go. I don't know. That's just guesswork at the moment, really. Possibles. Yeah, so we've pushed down, we've tried 3 times, we've come down, we've had a double bottom up here, we've had a couple of legs, we've hit that 3 times and dropped. So we may come out the bottom of the range now. It's possible, isn't it? We're definitely struggling to get up. We hit that 3 times. 3, 4, 3, 6, 4 is pending. Are you still think we're going to get up here, do you? It's losing momentum, but I got no idea. Not a clue. I'd like to see it retest this before we get any higher. I don't know. I got no idea what's going on at the moment. Or obviously we're going sideways, so I don't know whether we're going up. In all fairness, I'm kidding myself if I think I do at the moment. In all honesty, it's very choppy and hard to read at the moment. Sally is calling out these things, but Sally has experience. He's been doing this year, so he knows what he's talking about. And like I say, I've been doing this. Well, trading coming up 3 years in December. Pat's coming up 2.5 years, so I'm just scratching the surface of the intermediate level. Sunny's been doing this donkey's years, so if you've been trading this, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years, anything like that, you can probably trade this stuff. But for me, unless I see something quite clear at the moment, there's not a lot clear. I think that was an okay trade. It's like a small triple test. We had 3 attempts to go higher and a beautiful big bearish bar. I think pound to a penny that's coming down, and it did. I didn't take it because it's quite choppy. Trouble is, sometimes when it's like this, all you see is this. But sometimes you still get trades within it, and I think that was quite a nice one. That I'll be surprised if Mac doesn't mark that one. But it is a nice triple test, and look the way it triggers that bar. There'll be traders maybe thinking about going along there. As soon as it triggers that and finishes 1 tick below there, I think that's fair chance that's coming down to these lows. 20 plus years, yeah. If you're trading 20 years, you can probably see straight through this stuff. But from my point of view, you know, there's trades here. I can see them, that one, but not a massive. You may have took one of these, something like, I don't know. It's touching there. We come back. Looks like a leg and a leg. There's a bar there. Not fantastic, but it has triggered that higher low, so that may be work. But from my level of experience, there's not a huge amount here at the moment. Yeah, you teach. The trouble is with me, Sanya, I've been doing PATs now for the last coming up 2.5 years. And it is a good system and it does work. But obviously on days where it's choppy, it's hard to trade anyway, unless you've been doing it years. So I did try to move a little bit to more penguin style, but my trading isn't my problem. It's my patience and psychology. The trade's tried and tested. People have been doing this for donkey's years. Mac's been trading it for the best part of 30 years, I think. It's based on Al Brooks' his price action system. So I've got no issues with the strategy, but I think if you spend so much time with a strategy, a couple of years, I think you've got to stick with it, really. But yeah. You should just do signals, mate. I'd follow your signals. I'd have one separate little account, maybe just do it for a point or something and follow. You should do signals. Trouble is, sometimes by the time you've typed signals and sent them out, the moves happen, doesn't it? It's a bit hard, really, isn't it? What you should do, Sanya, is do Zoom. Let people sign up Zoom and pay X amount of money to you every month just to watch you trade. Some will watch you, some will watch you and learn, some will watch you learn and follow you. You know, follow your trades. You know, copy your trades and learn at the same time. You should do that on Zoom. Charge people, I don't know, $100 a month. That seems to be the going rate. $100 a month. You get a few hundred people. $100 a month. You can make yourself a nice bit of money there. 1, 2. I see. This looks like almost like a triple test, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. Trouble is, when you spend so much time, I need to think for your suggestion. You should do, mate. Sign up to Zoom. People can watch you trade real time. What's it did it? The Gorilla guy did it. That other guy does it. The what's it? They both charge $100. You get 200 people. What's that? $20,000 a month. 200 people paying $100 a month. $20,000 a month. That'll pay for a nice pension for you when you get older. People will probably initially copy you and learn at the same time. You'll never stop people from copying, but they'll learn at the same time. So we got a leg up and a leg up. If we can get a higher low here, I may be inclined to go long there. We'll see. But if I was in your boat, mate, and I'd had a lot of experience and you're successful at it, people are happy to pay $100, mate. Got a few. If they make 1 point from a 2 contract trade once a month, that's paid for that. Okay, so a leg and a leg. Now let's see how far it goes. It's struggling to get up. Every time it's going up, it's getting lower and lower, so it might not have many more legs on it. Where's Sani been calling? 64, is he? So, yeah, that's Sani. So it went a bit higher last time, so leg and a leg. I think it's done its measured leg there. Leg. Yeah, that measured leg's been played. So I think from Sani's point of view, if we can come down, make a little bounce off here. A little bit of a pull back to here, bounce, and then up. Yeah, set up Zoom. You send people a code. Maybe an hour before the stream starts, 30 minutes. They sign into the code. They can watch your live stream. And you pay them, I don't know. I'd say definitely do it. Give them a week free so they can have a taste of it and see what they can do. If they can see you winning trades, mate, they'll soon pay $100 a month. I'll tell you that for certain. There's plenty of people out there which would love to watch someone stream. I do it, mate. Absolutely. If you're a 20-year plus trader and you've got a good success rate, people will copy you. I tell you that now. Not that I advise people to copy. I'd say you're probably going to anyway, but you obviously need to learn. So you need to be teaching them it as well. But initially they'll copy you. But I guarantee you, mate. See, I don't do this for the YouTube thing. You're never going to make a lot of money on YouTube. I do it purely just to help me be accountable and get to know other traders. You make some on the affiliate link, not a huge amount, but you know, you make a few $100 a month. But yeah, copy. I don't advocate copying. People are going to. It's a fact. But the trouble is, if all of a sudden they've been copying you and they've been making money for 12 months, and you decide to give it all up, they're buggered. So then you need to be learning. You'll never stop people copying. At the end of the day, if you're getting 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 trades right and making good money, and on Zoom live, I guarantee people will copy it. But that's a short-term thing. You need to be learning it as well. Otherwise, you're just going to get nowhere. Yeah, you called it, mate. You called it. In fact, you know what? I'm chatting and not focusing what I'm doing. I said we could do with coming down here and testing that and see that bearish bar there, which triggered and pushed up. I wasn't focusing what I was doing there because I'd 100% gone long there. Push up, break, higher low. And it's bouncing off where you said it from. And that one, I'd have certainly gone short there because you're about to trap some traders there. So if you can get above there, you can clearly see that resistance along there. So. Yeah, I think what you've got to do if you're going to do that is do a very small amount, do an evaluation or whatever and just trade one contract or half a dozen what's it's. But yeah, well, the trouble is, I mean, it depends. If you're making £20,000 a month, you'd pay £500 a month, wouldn't you? Trouble is, you've got to keep it keen, otherwise people just won't pay it. But $100 a month, absolutely. You can make more than that in one trade. But you want to give them a week free, just so they can see what you're doing. And then I guarantee people will sign up. And he got a 10-point run. Well, you called that, didn't you? And what happened? It went up and bounced exactly where you said. So you basically just given away 6 points there in that move. I'm only gutted I wasn't watching what I was doing. Because there is a higher low there. It's probably not a patch trade because, we're above these highs, but you can pretty much see what's going on. And there was no arguments there. It went right from there, push up 3 bars, and bang, you're on that target. 5 did it to me a few weeks ago. I did what? You copied him, did you? Yeah. Hello, Chris. How you doing, mate? I'm all right, mate. I'm not too bad at all. Not too bad. I don't know what I'm doing there. I've got 2 evaluations passed, and I'm massively reducing my risk from when they start in the next week or so. I just wanted to get back with some PAs, but I'm reducing them by half. I'm not trading 2 contracts anymore. It has too much of an effect on me, so I'm coming down to 1 contract. You've been using macros, thinner trends, short-term breaks and retest. In fact, there was a guy on here a while ago, and he offered me a place in a Discord for a while, where you pay $100 a month, and this guy trades very similar to Mac. I believe Marco and Daniel were in this forum for a while, and he trades very similar, but his screen is covered in lines. I can't remember what it was now. Okie Lance, need to go. Have a great... Yeah, you too, mate. Think about that, though, that Zoom. Thing is about Zoom, people can watch you trade real time, and they'll pay money for that. $20,000 a month for a couple of hundred people watching you. Put that away in your pension. Nice, but yeah, you have a good weekend, mate. I'm not far behind you. I'm going to finish a bit early today. How long we've been going? For nearly 2 hours. Think about it, mate, yeah. And all I want is 30% of your profits for coming up with the idea. That's it. I'll settle for 25. What are we going on here? So we've gone up exactly where he said, and we've come back down and we're bouncing. 35. We'll settle for that, mate. We'll settle for 35%. His charts are too nuts. All you've got to do is copy him. It doesn't matter what he's got on your charts. When he buys, you buy. And vice versa. No, it's only a short-term thing, that. Trouble is, if he does that, see, and that's what I mean. You don't know when people are going to finish, and if you've based your career on copying someone to trade. You're in real trouble. What's that sloz, mate? What is that sloz? You got to think I'm from the UK, mate. We're not up with all the new words. I don't know what's going on here today. Okay, so we did get a little bit higher than this last time. So maybe it's just, maybe I don't know, maybe we're not coming down. Maybe we are just pushing up and down. That was it, yeah. That was his name, Sloz. Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, I got invited to the what was it? The Discord. I got invited to the Discord maybe a year ago, and apparently this guy has a really good record, 90-odd%. I don't know, I can't know, but yeah, it's all full of lines, isn't it? There's just hundreds of lines. Who was it? I forget the lad. Was it Merce? He streamed for a while, didn't he? Merce. He was Chins and Riley. That Merce guy, I think his name was Merce. I think he was in the military, wasn't he? And I think he went overseas at the time. And he was the one who invited me to it. I think it was him. Yeah, Sloz, that was it. It was Eastern European guy or something. But yeah, I was in it for a week or a few days, and I don't know, trouble is, there's that many strategies out there, and you've got to try and avoid going from one to the other. Yeah, Merce. That's right. Yeah, he just took traps, didn't he? I believe. In fact, I got a message from him maybe 6 months ago. Said he was overseas and just asked how I was, and I wished him the best, and that was it. But I'm pretty sure he was based overseas or something at the time. Okay, so we got to bounce off here again. Only trouble is, that looks like it's in the channel to me. Or close to it, so it might be a bit risky there. He might be in a while. Merce's name was. But yeah, traps he went for in the end. I chatted to him for quite a bit, actually. He was a nice fella. Yeah, it's clearly just chopping around today. I thought we were losing momentum, but we managed to get a little bit higher last time, so I don't know whether they're going to bounce from here or come down. It was alright, yeah, he was okay. He started streaming again, the young fella, what's his name? He's okay as well. What's his name? Moo guy. I think he started again. I think Sam started streaming again. I think occasionally. Sam works full time in the UK, so it's a bit harder over here. I think he did stream, but I think Sam tends to start when I finish. Moo. That's him. Moo Trades. I think he makes some videos as well, but he lost 20 accounts. I never want to lose 20 accounts. 4 brought tears to my eyes. Okay, what's going on here? I have a feeling we may have a strong move out the bottom. Maybe a couple of legs up and then out we come. It's not the easiest day today, but in all fairness, all you really need to do is find one trade for 2 points. And if you can do that every day, you'll make a flipping fortune. One trade, 2 points, $200 a day. That's $4,000 a month. You times that by 10 or 20 accounts. That is a ton of money. You do have to slow down and think, hold on a minute, all I really need is one trade a day. It's not a lot. It's nothing really. Surely you can find one trade a day in this lot. Where was that? That one there. There's your one trade. Comfortably made over 2 points. That one trade like that a day. Yeah, even if you could have got comfortably. Okay. We're clearly struggling there. I just have a feeling. Possible high or low. I just have a feeling we're coming out the bottom here. Think about Dan and Mac. Mac can't take the pressure of 100 contracts. No, he can't, can he? No, I've only ever seen Mac do 20 contracts. He scalps 15 and yeah, I thought it might come out the bottom. He scalps 15 and runners 5. But I know Watts does a lot, doesn't he? I've heard that Dan trades 100 contracts or has traded. I think the last I saw Dan, I think probably 18 months ago, 2 years, he was trading 40 contracts. So, yeah, I had a feeling that was going to come out there after that big, strong pushback. We are losing momentum. We did manage to get a little bit higher there, but after that strong little channel there and a break, I expected to come out the bottom. Whether we're going to come to here or not, that's a possibility. There's certainly some... that's your idea of a webinar. I really liked. Can we seriously think on this? Can we take this forward? When you say webinar, you mean the Zoom thing? You mean the Zoom? So what you would do is, there's probably more guys that could probably help you with here. I'm not massively, but you basically set up a Zoom meeting. You send everybody out a code, and then you trade normal. Have a camera on you, and then you just trade normal. You send people a link to your Zoom. All Zoom is just a way of it's what's it called? It's just like what do they call it when you chat to each other? It's I can't think what it's called. Just YouTube tonight, mate, or over the weekend. YouTube setting up a Zoom account. But I think you do well there, mate. You charge people, let them have a week free. You've got to let people have a week free because they don't like paying $100 when they haven't seen you trade. They watch you trade for a week. They see you make money. I guarantee they'll sign up. You get a couple of hundred people, mate, that'll make you $20,000 a month. You can tuck that money away for your pension, or invest it in Bitcoin, or spend it on, I don't know, hard liquor and top quality hookers. You'll do well out of that, mate. I don't want any money, mate. This is your business. No. No. I was only joking, mate. I was only joking. No, but you should do it, mate. You do well at it. I've seen how accurate you are. I'll be the partner. Yeah. I can't trade like you, mate, to be fair. I'll tell you what, you can let me in for free and I'll be happy with that, mate, because I'd come and watch you. YouTube over the weekend, how to set up a Zoom meeting and then give it a try. You download Zoom, set up a Zoom thing, and then you get a code you give to people, and then come on this stream next week and give out your code for one day next week, and then invite people from here to go and watch you for a day or two or a week, and then you can set it up so that they can arrange to pay you. But I'm not very good at all that technical side, in all fairness, mate. Nah, this is just an idea for you, mate. This is your baby. You're the skilled one here, mate, not me. But just I'll have a look for you if you want. I'll have a look over the weekend on how to set up a Zoom thing. But I believe it's not. It's like anything. It just takes a little bit of a learning curve. But you'd be amazed what you can learn on YouTube. I think I've learned more. I've learned a ton of stuff on YouTube. You can be the co-anchor. I can start with a little dance and some jokes. I can be like his warm-up. I can give you a good build-up. We'll come up with a nice theme, a walk-in theme. But, mate, at the end of the day, if you're a skilled trader and you do well, people will pay to watch you. And all you're doing is selling your skill. Just like a plumber is, he's selling his skills. He comes out and fixes your bathroom when it, floods. But you'll do well at that, mate. But I'll be happy to watch it for free. How's that? Maybe look at Discord. The trouble is with Discord, I don't think you can stream. Getting new business opportunities. Win-win. I wouldn't know how to. I'll have a look over the weekend on how to set up a Zoom. I believe it's not hard at all. In fact, I've got Zoom here somewhere. Let me just have a look. No, I did have. You just download Zoom and all you do, it's just like what do they call them when one business chats to another? What do they call it? What do they call it? What do you call it when you have a chat with a business? You have a screen and that, and it's just like a Zoom meet. What do they call it? I can't think now. I'll have a look over the weekend, mate, on how to set up a Zoom thing. But it's not hard, mate. It's not hard. Video conference, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. But video conference. Zoom's a piece of software, basically. And all you do is you'll have your screen copied. You'll have a little microphone and you'll just talk. And all you do is give people a code. And I know other people that do it. They have a new code every day, and you just send an email out to whatever people with a new code, or give it to them in the Discord, and then they just open their Zoom, put in the code, click enter, and that links it up to your Zoom screen, and then all you do is trade and chat to people. A little bit of chat. You don't need to chat much. Tell people what trade you're looking at and how you're trading and this sort of thing, and that's how it works. But you'll get a lot of people, mate. I'd say that for sure. Special discount for my subscribers. Mate, you can take my subscribers. I don't mind. No, I don't mind. Not everyone will want to pay. Some people will just stick to Pats, As far as I'm concerned, mate, I'm not out to make money on YouTube. I want to make money as a trader. And I'm not this, I don't know, too much lag to follow. Too much lag. You're on about mine, or you're on about... No, not with Zoom. Zoom, it's bang on. It's right up to date, Zoom is. Ask Ikitra in here. He was in... he signed up to Zoom with the Gorilla guy. No, Zoom's accurate. I don't think there's any lag at all with Zoom. Yeah, you take it easy, Sat. I'll have a look over the weekend, mate. I'll do a little bit of Googling, a bit of YouTubing. I don't know what's going on with this market. It's hard to read today. It's definitely choppy. We've got... I'm not even convinced that is a... no, there's a break out of there. Let's put it like that. Okay, so we've got a leg down, high or low, push back up to the EMA. Are we continuing down? I got no idea whatsoever. I might even knock it on the head today, actually. It's hard to trade today. I might go and have a couple of whiskers, I think. I opened a lovely, expensive bottle of... what was it? A peated bottle of whiskey. I can't think now. I've gone blank. It'll come to me. Yeah, I'm going to knock it on the head for the week. Quite an hard day today. A lot of chop. There was that one trade which I really liked, actually, but I wasn't focusing in, because sometimes when you're zooming out, you can just see chop. But I like that. Push down. 1, 2, 3 attempts to go higher. Lovely big bearish bar. I think there's a good chance it's coming down to these bottoms, which it did nicely. So I like that. Unfortunately, I just see chop at the moment. So I'm going to knock it on the head for the week. So you guys have a great weekend. If you're carrying on trading, I hope you get a setup, because it is a bit of an awkward day today, isn't it? But failing that, and I will look over the weekend, Sania, and how to set up a Zoom thing. And then hopefully you can take it from there next week. Set it up. These things, I was new to YouTube and I didn't have a clue, and you learn as you go. So have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe. And I'll chat with you all again just before the market opens on Monday. So bye for now.